YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to another track guide. This time we're in the fixed Ferrari series, the Ferrari GT3 Challenge series. We're taking this baby around Lime Rock Classic. Just before we jump in, if you do like the video, please like the video. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and if you've got any thoughts, comments, suggestions, drop them in the comments down below. Thanks very much, let's get going. So coming across the start finish line, we're in 5th gear, heading into turn 1, and we spot our braking point, which is in between the 3 board and the 2 board. I find that the 2 board is too late, 3 board too early, so we just go for directly in the middle. And we're going to be braking all the way down to 2nd gear, initially braking fairly hard and then easing our way into smoother, more gentle, and then trail braking very, very deep into this corner. The goal here is to get as close to the curb on the inside on entry, then keep it nice and tight during the middle part of the turn, and then on the exit, once again, aiming for that curb, giving it a little kiss if you want to. However, it's not essential. Then we're quickly up to 3rd gear and immediately into the 2nd turn. As for a braking point for the 2nd turn, there are some tyre marks on the track that I like to use. You don't need a hard and fast braking point for this turn, as you're braking very gently and keeping the car nice and tight. Once again, dropping the car down to 2nd gear and aiming to apex as late as possible. Once more, we're aiming for that curb on the inside when we see it. As we touch the curb, we begin to apply the throttle, not too aggressively, as this will make us understeer and compromise the next turn, which is a right-hander. So apply the throttle very smoothly, try and keep the car as far to the left as possible, and then throw the car into this right-hander. I like to lift and shift up to 3rd gear. This allows me to keep the car nice and stable, and I can be a bit more aggressive with the throttle application and still get nice exit speed. Then we're up to 4th gear, and before you know it, we're into the uphill right. Best advice for this turn is to use absolutely every single inch of the track that you can find. In an attempt to use the curb on the left hand side of the track on entry, I even use the grass. Sometimes I begin braking on the grass. You just want to keep your braking nice and smooth and get your car pointed to the curb on the inside. At this point here, as you can see, I've got 2 wheels on the curb and begin to apply the power fairly smoothly, as you don't want to unsettle the car too much. As you begin to transition up the hill, the G-force will increase, so your car will turn more, and then obviously as you get to the crest, that's when your car is going to go light, so you need to be straightened up by that point. And then we're already heading into the 2nd last turn. As for a braking point for the 2nd last turn, I use the white line on the left hand side of the track. There's a little kink in it. That's where I brake and downshift to 3rd gear. Once again, nice smooth trail braking here, and aiming to get as close to the curb as we possibly can on the inside. My top tip is to aim for this white line here, where it transitions from a dark grey or a dirty white to a bright white. That's where you want your front right tyre to be positioned, and then you put the power down. Then we're up to 4th gear on exit, down the hill and into the last turn, which can be very difficult if you psych yourself out. All you need to do is turn in and lift off as your car is transitioning from the downhill to the flat part of the track. You can really attack the curb on the inside, but as you can see here, I hit the curb a little bit early, so I lift off a couple of times just to make sure I'm not going to spin. The car's not going to do anything unpredictable. Then when I know the car's settled, I go back full power, using all of the track on runoff up to 5th gear, and then we power down the straight across the line in a time of 47.742. Up next is the uninterrupted lap. Thanks very much for watching, guys. See you in a bit.